Hello everyone. Today I'm going to analyze game 11 of the World Championship match. Magnus Carlsen has a 3 points lead and four more games to go. If Magnus Carlsen can win one more game, he will remain his world champion title. But if uh, Nepomniachtchi wins the next four games, Nepomniachtchi is going to get the world champion title. So now let's start. So Magnus Carlsen is with the black pieces, and Nepomniachtchi goes e4. Magnus goes e5, and now we have the Italian game. So black goes knight f6, and maybe Magnus Carlsen can go for knight g5 to attack on f7. But then there will be d5 and takes and so on. So instead, Magnus Carlsen plays d3, defends the pawn that was attacked on e4. Magnus Carlsen plays bishop c5, c3, d6, and white castles. Black plays a5, which I never really understand why they play this. It's it's in every single like not every single, but in most tournament matches, someone plays a5 after white kingside castles. But I never really understand why they play this. So rook e1 and then bishop a7. Maybe it's because they want to make square for the bishop on a7, but they then could play a6 and then bishop back. So knight a3, h6, and knight c2. So Nepomniachtchi here goes for a knight reroute. Knight a3 and then knight c2. Here Magnus castles and bishop e3. He wants to trade this bishop. Magnus Carlsen accepts this trade and white takes back. After rook to e8, it says preparing bishop e6. Magnus Carlsen plays a4. No, not Magnus Carlsen. Nepomniachtchi plays a4. And then, uh, like I said, Magnus Carlsen prepares for bishop e6. White accepts the trade, and black takes back. Queen b3, attacking the pawn on b7, and Magnus Carlsen defends it. Rook a d1, knight e7, and then h3. It says preparing knight h2, and then knight h g4. Knight h g4. This maneuver. So queen d7, knight h2, rook d8, and knight h g4. As I said, the knight maneuver. So Magnus Carlsen accepts, we take back, and then d5, a pawn break at the center of the board. And Nepomniachtchi does not accept. Instead, he plays d4. He takes d4 and he takes d5, and rook e4, preparing to take this pawn. Queen c2 attacks the rook f4, and then g3, a blunder. Because after d takes c3, I don't really see what's up here. Let's turn on the engine. The engine likes rook takes c3, but what if instead we take this? So then queen takes g4, and that's exactly how the game goes. White's king is exposed, and black can maybe mate the white king. So king f1, queen h3, and then king g1. knight f5, trying to get the knight in with the attack. d6, knight h4, preparing mate in 1, and so the pawn takes, defending the g2 squares with the queen. Queen g3 check, king f1, and f3, and queen f2. Here, Magnus Carlsen does not want to trade because he is down a knight for a rook. So instead, queen h3, a check, queen g2, and now we must take, or else you will lose the knight, or you'll have to play this queen h5, which is just a very big blunder. So instead, take, but we can take the rook on e1, after rook takes e1, and then rook takes d6. And here Magnus Carlsen has an extra pawn and he can use that pawn advantage to win. So king f3, rook d2, and rook b1. Now we just have some trading, and then I tries to take the queenside pawns to promote himself, but uh, black's pawn is just too fast for the white pieces. So here rook b3, we sacrifice a rook, but we can promote. And then here this is just totally winning, and queen e4, king a7, queen e7, king a8, king g7, rook b6, queen c5. And I think here Nepomniachtchi resigned because it says 0 to 1. So so black won and black was Magnus Carlsen. I'm pretty sure Nepomniachtchi resigned here. And yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video.